Hello students, this is Maureen Durant, your professor for UNIV 1113 Study Strategies College Success. This is a quick get started video to help acquaint you with a few of the logistics of the class. So first of all, you just log into Blackboard as you typically would. And I'm already logged in here, but you use the same login that you use for Aggie Access. And then scroll down and find the class. It's not yet available, so I have to keep scrolling, and here it is. And so when I click on the class, UNIV 1113 Study Strategies College Student Success, so I look over here, and on the left side of the page, I see a series of tabs or buttons. So right now we're on the home page. And on the home page, you'll find announcements, little to-do lists, and so forth. And then, of course, you can go to the course information page. Under course information, you'll access the syllabus. And this is the viewable version that I have here. So you don't have to open anything. It's all right there. So you can scroll down and read through the syllabus, the materials that we ask you to have, and so forth. And then there's an assignment calendar. Now you have to keep scrolling. Sometimes students don't understand that. They think that they're going to open it and it's going to be right there. But keep scrolling through, and here's the assignment calendar. This is just a little quick checklist of the assignments from week to week. Each week is a unit, and it corresponds with the online course calendar. And so in each week you will have readings. You will have things to listen and read and view, like a PowerPoint or a video. You'll have a discussion board each week, and this is to replicate the discussions that we have in class. And then there's an activity of some sort, and then you will always have a quiz. Generally speaking, this is a short answer quiz. It's a very short quiz. From short answers, I really get a good assessment about what you know and so forth, rather than multiple choice. Every once in a while, I'll put multiple choice in there, really just to practice multiple choice. Under faculty information, you'll see me, and that's me a couple years ago at a wedding. So you might not recognize me. I don't look quite the same, but that's a great picture of me. You will see my email, where you can always access me. Please give me about 24 hours to respond to an email, except on weekends. I'll take, sometimes I'll take longer. Then that's the phone number in my office. My office is in North Shepler, room 417 if you're a local student, and you can come during regular office hours. And please don't hesitate. Any kind of question that you have about anything concerning Cameron, I can help you figure out the answer. And that's part of my job here for you, to really help you figure out college life and what you need to succeed, and some of the strategies and resources and so forth. Under course documents, you're going to find, and I put parenthetically there, units. Each one of the units, and as I said, they correspond by the calendar that's set up by our Office of Online Learning. And so the first week, for instance, begins Wednesday, and that always opens right at midnight, the night before, and then it will go through midnight Tuesday, and so that's Central Time Zone, of course. I opened the units, the weeks, one at a time to replicate more of a traditional experience. I want students to work consistently throughout the course. It kind of corresponds to many of the goals that we have for you and your success here. So each unit will be available week by week. And I want you to notice, please, that the weeks sometimes will change. We begin on a Wednesday, and then it changes throughout the semester just a little bit to correspond with the holidays. So you'll click on the unit when it comes up, when it's made available, and then you'll have a little table of contents here. And so I want you to know that you scroll through everything. You're getting some information here. Let me turn off the edit mode. So I'm just showing, oops, I don't want to turn off edit mode because then the courses aren't available, sorry. So you're going to scroll through, and first you're going to see learning objectives. I really want you to have a clear understanding each week exactly what we're doing, why we're doing it. So you really have a direction here, so it's purposeful for you, meaningful. Sometimes I think in this course that we have to keep reminding ourselves exactly what our objectives are, what our outcomes should be, what we're trying to achieve. Then keep scrolling, and you'll see a little outline for the course. And so I kind of give you a little outline of what we're trying to accomplish, creating community, for instance, a little introduction to the course in the first week. Just typically first week materials. Then you'll come to the assignments for the week. Each week, with a couple of exceptions, during midterm week or I have a week where you're doing a presentation, each week basically has the same set of requirements, of assignments for you. So you have consistency, so you know what to expect each week. There'll be readings for you to accomplish. You do have a textbook for the class. You can get the Kindle version, the online version, or the traditional print copy. That's your preference. Then you will read whatever extra materials I have there for you. Each week I have a PowerPoint that you will open. There's audio with the PowerPoint that I want you to listen to. I'm not just reading the slides. There's additional information there. Then to create the community in the classroom, and I've really found that sometimes the online community becomes such a strong community because you're required to respond to each other. And you know, the thinking, sometimes in the classroom I think you can sit in the back and hide, but in an online classroom when you're getting points for the discussion board, then I think that it prompts people to make good comments, etc. Then each week you'll have activities, or generally just one activity. It should not take you a long time to complete activities, and then you'll have a quiz. And those are short quizzes as well. And so you will access all of that throughout the semester. I will have links to the discussion board and the quizzes within the units, or, let me scroll back up, you can come over here on the left side, for instance, and you'll access discussion board. And you'll see the discussion board for Unit 1. Sorry, they're asking me to make some notations here. You will have Unit 1 introductions. And I say, let's get to know you. Tell the class a bit about yourself. Of course, you'll want to, you know, don't overshare anything that you don't want posted. But, you know, who are you and where are you? We have students that are not local students. Many of our students are local and, you know, just works with your school schedule or your work schedule to be able to take a couple of classes online. And I really think that hybrid education is the wave of the future here. But, you know, some questions to ask. And so you'll click on introductions, and I posted the first one. And here's mine. It says anonymous, but it's really me. And so I have my introduction. You can read mine here. And I tell a little bit about myself. And then I want you to reply each week to 2 of your classmates minimum. And try to spread it around so everybody gets that. Everybody gets a little bit of action, a little bit of a response and conversation with their discussion. Now let me go back here. And so I will look on here. Again, sorry guys. And so when I look at Unit 1 introductions, and I have it right here, and you're going to create a thread of your own, okay? And so you'll create thread, and they'll put your name here as the author, and so you'll put create thread, and so you'll answer these questions, and you can call it just an introduction or your name or whatever you want, because it posts and I will get your name on it one way or the other. And so then you can put your message in here, and your message here are answers to these questions or anything else you'd like to tell us about yourself. And so and then you will submit your thread there, okay? And then you go in and read other people's threads and post to their threads replies. So each week you will have an original thread and at least 2 replies, and that's part of your discussion for the week and your participation. I suggest that you always type your work into some sort of word processing program and then copy and paste it into your Blackboard, because sometimes technology can have a little glitch or two and you don't want to lose your work. And so if you've typed up this lovely response and you've just done it directly into the message and then some glitch happens and it doesn't post, then you're frustrated. But if you've done it in a Word document, then you always have it. Now, under assignments is where you can access the tests and quizzes and so forth as they become available. Right here, and I think I'm going to move this over to course information. This is your textbook that you'll have. And as I said, I don't mind if you have print textbook or if you access it online. That's your preference. But I just wanted to give you just a little bit of an introduction to the course, just so you know how to get started when it opens tomorrow. And I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you to help you have success in college. And email me if you'd like at mdurant@cameron.edu. Have a great day. Have a great start to the semester.